where I was with in the Orthodox, they ganged up against me. And before I know it, I find myself I'm telling you the characters of the altar so that you understand my teaching. Before I know it, I find myself in Pantiyaba, Lagos. No story. From there, I found myself in Krikri. I was in Krikri for 3 weeks. Before I moved to Krikri, I was in Panti. A man came in. And the man was just bragging. Hi. He said, why do I even come here? Hey, I didn't go to service on Sunday. Had it been I go to service on Sunday, Dr. 𝗠𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗶 would have located me. This wouldn't have happened. Hi. What damn is Sunday service? So the man was just screaming like that. As of then, I don't even know who is Dr. 𝗠𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗶. So while he was saying that, God said, move closer. As he was saying it, I was asking questions. Who is 𝗠𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗶? He said, one man, one prophet. I tell you, the beggar. I was writing down. God said, write it down. When the man finished, I think the following day he was released. My owner was taken to prison for 3 weeks. So a day I was released, an angel came. He said, are you ready to do the work? I say, I am over ready. Because before that time, I don't want to leave the Orthodox church where I was. I wasn't ready to be a pastor. I wasn't ready. You see, this pastor of 18, I never wanted to be a pastor. I wanted to be an international businessman. I wasn't a computer accessory. But God said, until you say full yes to this. While I was in the prison, God said, are you ready to do the work? I said, yes, I'm ready. He said, tomorrow morning by 8 o'clock, you'll be leaving the prison. Around 8 a.m., I heard my name. Say, where is Kevin? Oh, yeah, come out. I was released. The following day, I went to look for Dr. 𝗠𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗶. Then the church was just very few people. The moment he saw me, he said, I've been waiting for you. He said, I've been waiting for you. He carried oil and poured on my head. That's how we started the journey. Until today, money is no longer my problem. When that breakthrough happened, I bought 2 cars one day, one for my father, one for myself. One of my brother in 𝗠𝗲𝗱𝗶 there that were laughing at me because I was carrying Bible. I went to 𝗠𝗲𝗱. They saw me, they couldn't recognize me because my skin changed. Money is speaking now. 18 million then is heavy. I gave him 1 million. My brother, he fainted. He fainted. Why? Because they never believed I would be somebody in life. The man I was laughing at is now giving me 1 million to add to my business money. Then give the wife $500,000, add to your business. As of that time, there was no respect anywhere. But today in my town, you can't do anything without letting me know, or else that thing will crash. You must involve me if you want it to work. So how do you know you are free from foundation and altars? There's what we call unusual evidence. Proof. You remain stable. Stable. You remain stable. As of that time, there was no block house. After that, there was houses everywhere. People buying cars here and there. The house my father couldn't roof, I roofed it, finished my father's house, building my own now, that will open by December. When the foundation is totally destroyed, as you raise a new foundation, you begin to see new things happening. You start a house, a project, 1 year, 2 years, some houses, 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years. No money to complete it. That's the sign of altar at work. Yeah, that sister married, divorced. The second one married, divorced. The other one married, divorced. The other one have children in their families. The other one have children in their family. It's a sign of curse in the family. It's the foundation. It's the altar. If you don't address it, they will bring shame into your life. Because whatever you don't address now will address you later. Somebody say, I hear you.
I hear you.
I will show you two scripture, then I will round off for today. Read for me. Thank you, Jesus. Go to Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1 to 11. Jeremiah 16, 1 to 11.
I read. The word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou or daughter in this place. For thus saith the Lord, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place. The sons and daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths.
They shall die of grievous deaths.
They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. For thus saith the Lord, neither go to lament nor be mourned, for my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. Both and the small shall die in this land. Neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bad for them. Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation, to drink for their father or for their mother. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting, to sit with them, to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show these people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God?
Now they are asking question, why is all this happening? And now God gave them a reply. Now go ahead.
Then shalt thou say unto them, Because your fathers have forsaken me.
Because your fathers has forsaken me,
saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord.
And have walked after other gods.
And have walked after other gods.
And have served them. And have worshipped them.
And have worshipped them.
And have forsaken me.
And have forsaken me.
And have not kept my law.
And have not kept my word.
And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me.
That is verse what?
Verse 12.
No, it's okay. Verse 11 is okay. Now, Jeremiah was asking God, why all this happened? God now gave him the reason why. Because their fathers worshipped other God, forsake the law. And as a result of that, calamity came upon them. Both the children, there was no mercy. There was no mercy. That's why in the book of Lamentation, chapter 5, verse 7, he said, Our fathers have sinned and no more, but we suffer the iniquities of our fathers. That's why God was very angry with them. In Exodus chapter 2, verse 23 to 25. Exodus 2. Read it for me quickly.
23.
Exodus 2. 23.
And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason.
Their cry came up unto God
by reason of the bondage.
Uh-huh.
And God heard their groaning. And God remembered his covenant with Abraham,
And God remembered his covenant with Abraham,
with Isaac, and with Jacob.
with Isaac and Jacob.
And God looked upon the children of Israel.
And God did what?
Looked upon the children
And
of
God
Israel.
looked upon the children of Israel,
And God had respect unto them.
and God had respect unto them. Why? Because their fathers entered into a covenant with him. So this time around, God was not looking at them, he was looking at the covenant that their father entered into it. And God looked upon them with respect. With respect. In Psalm 50 verse 5 it says, gather together all my saints. Gather together all my saints. Together. That have entered into covenant with me by sacrifice. By sacrifice. God doesn't play with covenants. Covenant. You see the reason why many of you are suffering because of the ancient covenant your forefathers entered into. Your name was, where you were in your mother's womb, you have already dedicated to the altar. So when God looked at you, what he's seeing is the covenant that your forefathers have entered into. And it was a demonic one. It was ungodly one. So, because of that, God can't help you.